Hey everybody, Mary Gauthier here with Jaimee Harris. Happy Sunday to you. Um, we are coming to you from my studio in Nashville. Peter Case is on board in the green room. We got Michele Gazic as well coming to us from outside of Venice, Italy. And looks like Hurricane Delta or Tropical Storm Delta is pulling out of Nashville. The rain, solid 48 hours of rain is starting to leave, uh, which triggered a massive leaf fall from the trees all around the house. There's just leaves on the ground, and
It also triggered a huge amount of laziness on my part. I was in my pajamas for 2 days. I ate a lot of brownies. I
yeah,
watched a lot of horror stuff.
yeah. Jaimee was baking brownies at
Did you?
10:45 p.m., filling the house with the smell of brownies, which I can resist only for a few short minutes before I devour the entire tray, no matter what diet I'm on. So my ability to self-restrain is limited, and brownies are not something I can resist. They were really good. Eating brownies at night in the wind and rain, or in the house with the wind and rain outside. It's solid fall here in Nashville, Tennessee, and leaves are really changing. We're thinking about all the folks down in the Gulf Coast, particularly in the Lake Charles area, that's been battered so many times this last couple of weeks, really. The back-to-back hurricanes is a nightmare, and we're thinking about y'all. I'm a Louisiana girl, and I grew up with hurricanes, and I know just how bad it is to go without power for a really long time. Man, it's been a lot going on. I was telling Jaimee when I was a kid, my dad uh, told us that at night when a hurricane comes, if you have to use the bathroom, he put a flashlight by the toilet because we all knew the power would go out. He said, turn the flashlight on and look in the toilet before you use the toilet because snakes and alligators come up through the sewer during these storms.
No.
I've never been the same
No.
since being told that. That is actually something that happens. Um, and that's the least of it these days. All those folks in Lake Charles with the blue tarps already on their roofs, uh, having them ripped back and having the water come into their home and ruining their possessions. We're thinking about y'all, Cameron Parish, Creole, Louisiana, all the folks down there, thinking about you. Sending love from Nashville. And I guess I'll just get going here. We do have Peter Case with us. If you're coming to us from Peter's Facebook page, he's in the green room. He will join us shortly for some music. Uh, the way it's going to work is I'm going to play a few songs with Jaimee, and then we'll bring Peter. We have uh, a little show planned out. Well, not really planned out. It's spontaneous, actually. We don't rehearse and we don't plan. We just hope for this, and it usually works out pretty good. We have a decent video going right now. Sometimes it freezes up and we have no control. But, it happens on CNN too.
Yeah, that's true.
Suddenly people just they freeze, the voice is gone. It's about bandwidth, and you can't really control that. However many people are online in our neighborhood determines the strength of our signal right now. It's a pretty good time to be doing it. So here we go. Well, he'd get home at 5:30, fix his drink and sit down in his chair. Pick a fight with mama, complain about us kids getting in his hair. At night he'd sit alone and smoke. I'd see his frown behind his lighter's flame. Now that same frown's in my mirror. I've got my daddy's blood inside my veins. Fish swim, fly, daddy's yell, mama's cry. Old men sit and think. I drink. Chicken TV dinner, 6 minutes to frost, and 3 on high. Beer to wash it down with another, then some whiskey on the side. It ain't so bad alone here. It don't bother me that every night's the same. I don't need another lover hanging round trying to make me change. Fish swim, birds fly, lovers leave by and by. Old men sit and think. I drink, I know what I am, but I don't give a damn. Fish swim, birds fly, daddy's yell, mama's cry. Old men sit and think. I drink. Little old country song I wrote a long time ago in the early 90s, I think, mid 90s. It's been good to me, that song. And this is a newer song, just sort of came up with it the last couple years. Haven't recorded it yet. It's good to see everybody on the stream. I love hearing where you are. Thanks for posting your location. I love this opportunity to reach all over the world simultaneously. It's still incredible to me, actually, that we can hit a button and reach anybody on Earth if they
Yeah,
want
we
to
have someone
tune
in
in.
Argentina today.
Argentina.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. My friend Richard Schindel lives in Buenos Aires.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Great writer. We should try to get him on this show. You see, we could have someone in Buenos Aires as our guest here. It's kind of amazing. It's unprecedented. This is new technology, really, to be able to do this and broadcast live without owning a television station. And even then, you can't broadcast globally, I don't think, although I don't know. Edinburgh, Rockville, Maryland, Houston's in the house, Bainbridge, New York, Denver. Look at that. Portsmouth, UK. Martha's Vineyard. Oh man, the Woods Hole Hotel. No, Woods Hole. Played on the Vineyard many times when I was getting started back in the day. Langley, BC, British Columbia, San Francisco, Santa Rosa. The smoke is cleared. I'm so happy to hear that. And I hope that everybody's okay there, Chris. France, hello, Philippe. And Harbor, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Incredible, really, just incredible. Thank you all for jumping onto our little homegrown show here. I'll think about the joy inside your laughter. I'll think about. Am I in the wrong key?
No.
Why are you giving me that look?
Am I looking weird? I didn't mean to.
Oh. Your hand inside mine. I'll think about the sweetness of your soft skin while I try not to think about time. I'll think about my arms wrapped all around you. I'll think about the kindness in your eyes. I'll think about how you showed up on my doorstep when I was trying not to think about time. So many roads, so many towns between us, so many nights, so many stairs to climb, so many thoughts to think as I miss you, and I try not to think about time. I'll think about your candlestick finger on my skin. I'll think about the shiver in your side. I'll think about how much I wanna kiss you as I try not to think about time. So many roads, so many towns between us, so many nights, so many stairs to climb, so many thoughts to think is I miss you, and I try not to think about time. I will try not to think about time. Victoria, British Columbia. That's right. It's Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, it is.
I've not spent a lot of time in Canada, so I sadly don't know a lot about.
That's right. You have not. You've been to Canada during the
Edmonton Folk Festival.
Edmonton Folk Festival, which was really incredible.
Crazy. So fun.
And then we went there in February to
Calgary.
Calgary. It was
And my nose hairs
26 below. And Jaimee is from Waco, Texas, and spent a lot of time in Austin, and really has never been in that kind of climate. But that's the only 2 times you've been to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get you back in some more. For Jaimee to get into Canada, it takes lawyers because of a prior issue with drinking and driving that has been resolved one day at a time. Oh, man, yeah, it takes 10 years for that to drop off your record. So you've got a little ways to go. But we get here in with some maneuvering with lawyers and permissions and stuff. The incredibly dangerous and threatening Jaimee Harris. Let's bring Peter Case in
Yay.
and see how he's doing. Hey, man.
Hey, how you going out there?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, you guys are sounding great.
Oh, thank you.
Those are beautiful songs, you know.
Oh, thanks, brother.
I'm just sitting here listening, man, digging it.
Oh, it's good to see you here with us. I'm so glad we got to reschedule this. We were going to have you earlier on, but you were fighting a cold forever, and you beat it.
I don't know what kind of cold that was, man. It lasted about 3 months, and at one point, I thought I'd had it, you know. So I had a test after it was all over. You couldn't get a test out here, you know, but I finally got one, and by the time I got the test, I didn't have whatever it was. But, man, I was not well.
I remember you were coughing for 3 months, and it was...
Went on forever, man.
It was unfortunate and probably scary to get something like that during the pandemic, and we had you scheduled, and you couldn't come on because of not feeling well, but we were able to reschedule, and here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Yeah, you know.
Oh, man. Now, you're in San Francisco proper?
Yeah, I am. Right in the city, Richmond district, Richmond.
Oh, wow.
It's right in the city, you know. I'm kind of like equidistant between the bay, the park, and the ocean.
How nice is that? Is the smoke cleared out? Is it...
Yeah, you know, it's cleared out a bit. You know, there's still things going on, but man, for a while here, one day I woke up and it was like 8:30 in the morning, and it was pitch black outside. It was like midnight out there, and I thought I was losing it finally. And I checked. I had to Google like what time the sun comes up. That's how stupid I am. I'm like, oh, this couldn't be right, you know. 8:30 in the morning, like the sun hasn't come up, and then I went out front, and by noon it was still dark out, you know, because that was from really high smoke from all over the whole West Coast up in the jet stream, and then the marine layer here, and it was unbelievable. It lasted about a week. The sun came up eventually, but not that day.
You know, I was working with the student. I do a little teaching online, one-on-one. I was working with a student in San Francisco, and she brought her camera to the window. And, you know, I know that feeling. I was like, oh, my God, either we've lost our minds, or we're actually in a dream and we think we're awake, or something really, really bad is happening out there, because it is, you know, darkness at the break of noon, like the Bible, like that Dylan song. It was really, really surreal.
Yeah, it's really scary what's happened out here. Like, a couple million acres worth burned. I don't know. Climate change.
Oh
So
man, well,
pretty freaked
know,
out, man. So it's a
Al,
wild
Al
time
Gore.
right now, man. We're in the crux.
Yeah, yeah. Al Gore was on Fareed Zakaria's CNN show this morning talking about it.
Where's he been for the last 8 years?
I don't know. He's been
He
working
made
out.
that great movie and then he dropped out. What did he do? Because it was so great, that thing he was saying there. And then, like, you can't just say something once these days, man. You got to say it for like 10 years. Look how long it took Bruce Springsteen to make it. You know what I mean? I mean, it took like 20 years, and like it was after he was on the cover of Time magazine. I mean, this is old news for everybody, but it seems like yesterday to me. But you know what I'm saying? America's like a deep well. You have to just keep doing things over and over and over again before. Well, what do I know? I don't know. But,
Well,
what I'm
he
saying.
definitely has been saying what he's been. You know what? Nobody wanted to hear from Al Gore, but apparently they want to hear from him again. And he looks really good. He looks
Oh,
strong.
good for him. That's great.
He looks fit. He's very sharp mentally, and as usual, speaking over my head about the complexities of the chemistry and physics of what's happening. But I'm glad
He
that
knows
they're
that
having
stuff,
him back
yeah.
on, because he knows his shit about this stuff, and
Yeah, he really does.
he's our leader in this area. And anyway, enough of that. We'd love to hear you play some music, Peter. That's what people really
Yeah, I haven't
want.
played any music for anybody for quite a while, man. So hope I can still do it. But we'll see here in a second.
It's like riding a bicycle at this point. You got it.
Yeah, I'd be afraid to ride a bicycle at this point.
So would I. I don't even know why I said that.
Hey, I'm just kidding, but I don't have one. Let me put it that way. Okay, I'm gonna take out these earplugs. I'm just gonna play a song. Like if you
Play
want to
two.
stop me or something, just wave me down.
Play two, man. Play two. We'll put ourselves in the green room.
Okay, playing two. Here we go. All right.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna start off with a song about. It's kind of a song from traveling. A traveling song. Something that I'm not doing any of. So. Driving 12 hours after the show, made the border at dawn and kept going. The moon crossed my path, I was doing the math. Will I make it? There's no way of knowing. I should have called home before she went to sleep. Now I pray the Lord for her soul to keep. Tomorrow will tell who's been tending the sheep. The world turns every 24 hours. It turns every 24 hours. It turns every 24 hours. In the black squalling rain, I could see them but just for an instant. The wind hauled the morning off like a train, and the skyline was lost in the distance. The skyline was lost in the distance. Who moved the furniture? Who hit the light? Everything's changing and nothing feels right. I thought I was smart, but that was last night. The world turns every 24 hours. It turns every 24. It turns every 24. It turns every 24. All right. down, and the road through the town was blocked by the flood and the crash side. The cop waved me through, but I thought of you. 10,000 miles of moonlight, across 10,000 miles of moonlight. Life's opportunity moves with great speed. Pay close attention, it's not guaranteed. We live in a world of wonder indeed. And it turns every 24 hours. It turns every 24. 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 Well, it turns every 24 hours. The world turns every 24 hours. Okay. Here's a song that, I wrote this next song a while back. It's kind of a gospel song that I wrote for Robert Randolph. Robert Randolph and the Family Band. I met Robert Randolph, and then I wrote this. I had this song, and I wrote it, and I next time I saw him, I played it for him. And it's the only time in my life I ever just sat there and played a song for someone, an artist, and he recorded it. He said, "Okay, I'm going to record that." And he cut it and put it on one of his records, and it's called "I Still Belong." Now, it's kind of a gospel song. I'm not really like any sort of evangelizer or anything like that at all. I was raised in a Unitarian home. Dave Van Rock explained to me one time that when you move to a Unitarian neighborhood, they burn a question mark on your front lawn. And that was his joke about the Unitarians, because they're always questing, it's all about the quest. But this song, it's called "I Still Belong." Someone else woke up today, saw it on a brand new way. I had to turn my head, I still belong. I got rescued long ago. How it happened, I don't know. You say it don't make much sense, but I know it ain't no coincidence. My life has changed, and who's to say how this love will set my way? The night is long and the road is dark. All you need is just one spark. I still belong. Even though I have to turn my head, I still belong. I still belong to Jesus. Well, the finger-pointing preacher screams, he's hunting sinners in his dreams. But Jesus didn't stop no war. He reached his hands out to the poor. He said, the lame will walk and the blind will see. Take care of each other, you take care of me. You can say he was a fatherless child, but he brought love and mercy mild. I still belong. Even though I turn my head, I still belong. I still belong to Jesus. Well, you heard about the great divorce. Well, I came to in deep remorse. Sometimes I struggle. Well, I've struggled and I strayed. I turn my head when his donkey brayed. It's like the mob, so have no doubt. Once you're in, well, you can't get out. I still belong. Even though I've turned my head, I still belong. I still belong to Jesus. I still belong to Jesus.
Awesome.
That's
Thought I
awesome.
still belong. Hey, let me put my earphone in.
Oh, that's right.
Woo. Man, it's a trip. Everything's all tangled up over here. I'm in a weird corner of my pad right now, just because this is where the plugs are, you know. So I'm all like, I'm looking at that picture of Robert Johnson in that hotel when he's facing the wall, you know. It's kind of what it's like. You know what I'm talking about in that San Antonio hotel? I'm like right over by the wall, you know. But it's kind of weird over here. But yeah, it's fun to be playing.
People are loving
Playing
it.
again.
Everyone's so excited to hear you.
Yeah, we're reading the comments. Everybody's so happy to hear you.
Oh, that's fantastic, man.
Yeah, you sound good. You look good. The songs are great. This is fun. We're actually succeeding here, Peter.
Wow, hard to believe, you know? But it's amazing. All right, I'll take it though.
It's a
Am I
moment
gonna play
in
another
time.
song?
Yeah. We'll bring you
This
back
is
in
this
a
little
minute.
guitar I was talking about. I got this from my friend Yukon Bob Stubblebine from Stubblebine's Luthery up in Somerville, Massachusetts. This is an old, I think it's like a late 30s or early 40s guitar from Tonk, the Tonklin Brothers. It's a Tonk. And I made my new album on it. It's called, new album's coming out pretty soon. It's called The Midnight Broadcast that I made with my friend Ron Franklin and a couple of other characters up in Martha's Vineyard. We actually recorded the album in a church in Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, beautiful.
And I'm going to play a song that, am I supposed to play another song?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, okay. And let me put that, see if I can put that down a safe way. All right, I'm going to play a song that we cover. I better tune up though, and it's a record, you know, this record is, the concept of the record was that it's kind of a concept record. You've made some concept records, right?
I made one. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. It's hard. You got to fill in a lot of blanks with the songs that are part of the story that develops after you have the concept.
Well, we didn't have a story, you know. We just
I
had
had
a
a
concept,
story.
so that was the good part. And and I didn't really write many songs on it. You know, there's one song was like the first song I ever wrote is on there. Well, not the very first. The first song I ever wrote that anybody wanted to hear again, you know, is on there from 1970. It's a song on there, and the concept of the record, I guess, is sort of like because I was driving somewhere up in the, you know, you're always driving around back when we were playing gigs, and it's always dark out, and you're driving after a gig to make it to the next show or something like that. Do you do that? You must do that a lot. You know, you have to get, yeah, you drive after the gig. It's like really crazy. And it's always dark. You're driving along, and then you turn on the radio one night, and all of a sudden this really strange radio show starts up. You're like out in the middle of nowhere. You can't see anything. You can't tell if there's a cliff or a field by the road. You can't. Armadillos start running across the road, and that's weird because you're in Ohio. And you know what I'm saying. So you listen to this radio show, and that's what the record is. It's like the radio show. We've got a DJ and everything. It's a radio show. It's called The Midnight Broadcast.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
And so we did it there, and then my My friend Ron produced it, and then a fellow that I used to play when I came out to California. I played on the street with this guy Bert Devert, and he plays on the record. He came over. He moved away a long time ago, but he came over and played on it and plays mandolin and drums on the record. But here's a song we do on the record. It's a Bob Dylan song, and I'm going to take out my earplug, and here we go. If your memory serves you well, we're going to meet again and wait. I was going to unpack all my things and sip before it gets too late. No man alive will come to you with another tale to tell. You know that we shall meet again if your memory serves you well. This wheel's on fire, it's rolling down the road. Please notify my next of kin, this wheel shall explode. If your memory serves you well, I was going to confiscate your lace, wrap it up in a sailor's knot, and hide it in your case. If I knew for sure that it was yours, but it's also hard to tell. You know that we should meet again if your memory serves you well. This wheel's on fire, it's rolling down the road. Best notify my next of kin, this wheel shall explode. If your memory serves you well, you know that you're the one that called on me to call on them to get you your favors done. And after every plan had failed and there was no tales left to tell, you know that we shall meet again if your memory serves you well. This wheel's on fire, it's rolling down the road. There's no denying my next of kin, this wheel shall explode.
Yeah, man. Love.
Yeah, oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Hold on. It's only take a couple of minutes to get these plugged in here. Hold on. All right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
It's our kind of church. Taking us to the chapel.
Yeah, man.
That
Wow.
was awesome. How's it feel to be playing again for people?
Feels
Got about-
fantastic, you know?
About 300
It feels really
people
good. I
watching.
mean, you know, I've been playing a lot of music here, kind of woodshedding, you know? But I've really been isolated pretty much. But, you know, I was woodshedding for a long time. I used to play piano. I was playing piano a few hours every day. And then at some point in there, I kind of lost my mind. I don't know what happened. It was just I don't know how long ago it was, and then you know, I mean, it's boring to sit here and talk about. Well, what do you do? I read. What a boring thing to. I mean, it's just a difficult thing. I feel like I'm living in the Peter Case Museum. It's
I
like
do
it's
know.
like
I've got that feeling myself sometimes. Yeah.
like we're sitting in these rooms, man. We're just hanging out here, and it's like I've been here so long. It's almost like a museum. Like I feel like there should be like little names under the things. So it's weird.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Sometimes we walk up and down the scared stairs screaming, "I hate this house." sort of a.
Well, out here, man, I mean, I'm really thankful to have a place to stay, man, because there's
I
people
know.
camping out everywhere, man. It's unbelievable, man. So,
Exactly. If you think about it at all, you're so lucky to have a place and
Right.
not
music
kidding, there's like
and
people,
this
there's people.
technology to be able to send it out to the world. Absolutely.
Yeah, they got some people here in hotels, but out of like about 8,000 people, I think about 1,000 people got put up. But like they could put up everybody, but somebody blocked the expenditure, even though it was passed by the people of the city to do it.
So 8,000 people need a place because their places.
So, something like that, yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty terrible, But there's these communities all over with people living in tents,
Man.
Brutal out there. It's crazy, man. Anyhow.
I expect that's probably going to be the reality in Lake Charles, Louisiana, too. The
Lake Charles,
hurricanes are
Louisiana's having a problem right now.
pounding, and
Are they getting hit real hard right now, huh?
well, it was day before yesterday at night, a Friday night, it hit, but there's a lot of loss of roofs and flooding. So
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear it. Yeah,
can't stay at their house, So, man, the times. Remember that time we went to Lafayette and did the.
I do. I was just remembering that. I think it was the last time I saw. No, it wasn't the last time I saw you, but it was the last time I saw you out there
in person. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I saw you out here one time too.
Oh, that's right.
Remember that?
We had dinner. Oh, yeah, Hardly Strictly. We had dinner after that.
Yeah, we hung out
played
after
at
that.
Hardly
But we were
Strictly.
down there at that song festival in Louisiana. That was so much fun.
It was fun, and I got the great privilege of being able to write a song with you. I'd love to play it.
God.
You blew my mind with the piano playing too. Wow, you're such a great piano player.
Oh wow.
I mean, everybody knows your guitar chops, but man, your piano chops are just.
I love playing piano. And it's like I just kind of packed it away when I left home. And by home I mean like 50 years ago or whatever. So I mean I love to play piano, and I used to play in bands and stuff. But when guitars are the popular instrument for folk musicians for a good reason.
You can carry it.
Yep.
That's right.
But I love to play. So I've kind of gotten the bone up on it a bit here. So see what happens on the next thing. I'm gonna start recording. Like now that we got these microphones and stuff, I might actually make demos for the first time in years and years and years. And I got this piano and blah blah blah. So it's all good, man. This is a good thing for me, to be doing this. I'm really glad you asked me to do it.
Yeah, hopefully it'll get you started so you can go ahead and do your own thing, because people want to hear from you, man. They need to hear from you.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, and it kind of got me up to speed a little bit. So very
Awesome.
cool.
Well, I'm glad we gave you the nudge. We meaning Jaimee.
Jaimee, all right, Jaimee. I know.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't have never been able to figure this out. Anyway, we're gonna play this song that I wrote with Peter Case and Caleb Elliott at the Solo Songwriters Festival, or Solo Songwriters, what do you call it? Music gathering and.
I think it's called the Solo Songwriters Festival.
Yeah, it was an event we held a couple of years in Lafayette where songwriters from around the States and around the UK came together in Lafayette, Louisiana, and paired up. It was really quite a science project, and to see what kind of songs we could come up with. And I was so happy to be with Peter and Caleb Elliott, who lives down in Muscle Shoals, the Shoals, Alabama. What a songwriter he is. Incredible. He's on John Paul White's label, traveling around prior to the pandemic with John Paul, opening some shows. Anyway, this song's written by Mary Gauthier, Caleb Elliott, and the great Peter Case. Crescent City disappearing in the rearview mirror, just like she's always done. Spend my life running from the ghost of the Vaucluse and that dirty spillway waters in the noonday sun. The daughters of charity left their mark on me. Keeping secrets well just makes you feel alone. Magazine streets stole from me, and I never thought I'd find my way home. Thank God for you. Thank God for you. Wake up in the morning and I thank God for you. I thank God for you. Thank God for you. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. Junkie jonesing on a Greyhound bus with a 20-year ticket to a tortured mind. Sirens, sorrow, cigarette butts. My Jesus in pieces, broken as a highway line. Thank God for you. Thank God for you. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. I thank God for you. I thank God for you. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. You gave me something no one can take away. You saw right through me and loved me anyway. I thank God for you. I thank God for you. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. Thank God for you. I thank God for you. Wake up in the morning, I thank God for you. Nice, Jaimee.
Trying to think, Mike. Trying. I love hearing that demo where Peter plays piano.
Oh yeah.
And Michaela plays such great piano on it too.
Michaela plays great piano on it too. Exactly. Well, I'm gonna play one more. I want you to play one that you wrote at that. So why don't you play?
Want to play it right now?
Would you mind playing the song you wrote at the
With
solo?
Dirk? Yeah, sure.
Because we're thinking about the folks in Louisiana right now, in Lafayette. There's a lot of trees down. New Iberia, that little rain area. That storm went right through there, and so thinking of our friends in Lafayette made me think of Dirk Powell.
Yeah.
who was also at the second solo songwriters event in Lafayette. And Jaimee got paired up with Dirk, and they came up with, I think, an incredible song. And would you be willing to play that?
Thanks. Sure. In my first drink before I could drive, Mama left it on the counter half full one night. Felt the fire in my chest, shook the hand of the fair and dark-haired lad. Well, he crept through the boards, hid behind the door, but he ain't got a reason to hide no more. Took the seat at the table that my daddy once had, the fair and dark-haired lad. He's got no hands, but I'm in his grip. His burning kiss lands on my lips, lingers like a love gone bad, the fair and dark-haired lad. He's got no voice, but he calls my name. I feel his blood running through my veins. His laughter howls like a dog gone mad, the fair and dark-haired lad. Now I look in the mirror, I see him there, bloodshot eyes and a vacant stare. He took everything I ever had, the fair and dark-haired lad. Turned the engine over, rolled the windows down, left a note to tell him where I'm bound. I say goodbye, tip my hat to the fair and dark-haired lad. The fair and dark-haired lad.
I love that song.
Thank you.
I love
Thank you
that
so
song.
much.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's bring in Stro. What do you think?
Yeah, totally.
Let's see how things are in Venice, Italy today or tonight.
Michele!
Hi, everybody.
Sweetheart, good to see you.
Good to see you too. I love that song too, Jamie. As you know,
Thank you.
that's such a
Michele.
great song.
miss
I want to
playing
play
that with
violin
you.
on that. Hmm?
Yes, I miss playing it with you.
Oh, me too, me too. I listen also to the other songs that you sent me. They are such a great song.
Thank you.
Boomerang Town, I love that one, and many others. Wow, what a great bunch of songs.
Thank you.
I love them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Her
I
new
keep
songs
listening.
I know her new songs are
Yes, yes.
are fantastic. And
Yes, yes. I feel the same. So, yes.
yeah.
Thank
I want
you.
to let you know and to let Jamie know. I love those, and I spent this week listening to those great songs.
Aw, thank
They are
you.
such great songs. Yes, I tell you.
Whoa, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good, but personally, I try to stay quiet and safe. But here in Europe, we are now at the second wave of COVID-19. In Italy, it's still not so bad, but it's growing every day again. So probably we are now starting, as you know, in France, in Germany, in England, is the numbers, the figures are going up and up, and in Italy too. So I feel that, and maybe it would be good to have that we are going in the direction of a second lockdown here, but we're gonna see what will happen.
Yeah, I mean, and this is not a surprise. The second wave
No.
was predicted. The inevitable once people go inside after the summer's over and school starts, and the struggle with school and the struggle with college and figuring out how to deal with living inside this pandemic and the constraints when the seasons change, the inevitable second wave. I think we're going to see that here too. It's already starting. Europe's ahead of us though, and I'm watching closely, especially Italy, because of what you went through.
Yes, we are always a little ahead of the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And still we are, I guess. This second wave is coming here and is spreading everywhere because obviously, as you say, it was predicted with schools, and this is the main thing, but also other situation where people are in close contact. So it was predicted and it's happening. Let's hope that the figures will not go so up like it was in March and April. It seems that in the second wave, but it's too soon to say this for sure, that it's not so lethal like it was the first time. Dead people are less than in the first wave. That's something. Probably now there is a little more information how to deal with the virus also in the hospital. So maybe this is the reason. And many old people mainly died in the first wave. Now it seems a little better, but I will tell you next week what is really happening.
Yeah, it's week to week. It's week to week. Oh, boy. So you said you might have something to play from the Salt Road?
Yes, I would love to play something. Next week I will play again my violin, but I'm still excited that I plugged in my keyboard. So let me play for another week. The keyboard.
You got it.
As you can see, because nobody can see it here, I have my keyboard, so everybody see it. Yes. And yes, I will play this song from. This is another concept album. We were talking about concept album before. I wrote this album about the salt roads. They were everywhere in the Western world, in Europe mainly. There was a time when salt was as important as gold and oil. So these roads were really important. And now they are forgotten because salt is now everywhere. I feel that will come one time where also the pipelines will be forgotten as the salt roads, but right now they are still important. And so I use this metaphor of the salt road to speak about things that were important and they are not anymore. So there are many salt roads, places that meant something and now they mean less or they disappear. Think about all the places where we use to play. So they are salt roads. Now we were traveling what is now a salt road. I'm also trying to support some clubs, some friends, but it's really, really difficult. Anyway, in this title track of the album, maybe I can read a translation. Mary usually suggests to do this. This is the salt road. The sea is kicking like a mule along the path. The night is falling down, wrapping your eyes. Let's stop walking, my friends. The salt road, the salt road. If you have milk, wine, and bread, I can also offer you the hunger and a flight of bees coming a long way to turn your bitter blood into honey. The salt road, the salt road. The wind smells like storm tonight. The wind that is ripping your clothes. Holy and naked we came on earth. God willing, shall we return the same way? I guess, my friend, that in this time we all learn to live in a simpler way. Let's, we came to the world naked and holy, maybe we'll be back to a new austerity and simplicity. Il mare scalcia come un mulo. Lungo il sentiero. La notte cade e fascia gli occhi. Amici, fermiamo il cammino. Oh, la via del sale. Oh, la via del sale. Oh, la via del sale. Se tu hai latte, vino e pane, io ti offro anche la fame e un volo d'api che viene da lontano per fare miele del tuo sangue amaro. Oh, la via del sale. La via del sale. La via del sale. Il vento sa di temporale, il vento che strappa i tuoi vestiti. Veniamo al mondo sacri e nudi. Oh voglia Dio che ce ne andiamo. Come siamo venuti. Oh, la via del sale. Oh, oh, la via del sale. Oh, oh, la via del sale. Oh, oh, oh.
Beautiful,
Gorgeous,
maestro.
yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
People
Thank
are
you.
loving your poetry and your music. It's such a great pleasure to see you every week. Now, you're keeping track of the number of times we've done this. Is this number 26?
I think so. I think it's number 26. Unbelievable. And something tells me that we'll go on for at least other 26 Sundays.
I think so too. The word on the street Friday is that Broadway in New York is not going to reopen till May. And if Broadway's not going to open, the venues aren't open. So we got another 7 months of this. So awesome.
Yes, yeah.
You know, we got enough music to keep it going.
Yes,
and,
yes.
And get to see
We
you every
learned
week.
we learned to do something new. So that's it. And now I start wearing my stage clothes at home. That's really this really a dangerous symptom. I guess there is something dangerous going on in my mind.
We're going to all be crazy, but
Yes.
we're just be nuts. Anyway, thank you, my friend.
Thank you,
we
Mary.
Love you. We love
Thank you for
very
inviting me
much.
every Sunday. I love to be part of this, and I send love to everybody.
We can't
Thank you.
imagine not seeing you every week now. It's part of our family. We love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey, grazie, Michele.
Grazie. At the downtown near the Roosevelt Baths, 48.50 if you pay in cash. Spanish television up through the floor. Desk clerk don't look up when I walk by anymore. Blizzard outside, blizzard in her heart. Lonesome travelers, cheap motel art. Snow is falling on snow that fell on snow. I said, hold on, please don't let go. Trying to catch my breath, she moves so fast. Rumble strips, red lights, broken glass. head full of dreams, a heart full of hurt. Friends say walk on is more trouble than it's worth. But my will is gone and my head hangs low. It ain't the leaving, it's the way you go. Trying to catch my breath, she moves so fast. Rumble strips, red lights, broken glass, twisted steel sirens and love and trouble, trouble and love and trouble, trouble and love. Jaimee Guitar Harris.
Un poquito.
Picking those notes like a pro. Well done, well done, well done. Well, we're going to bring Peter Case back in a second, but first, a quick commercial break. If you don't have it yet, I would be thrilled if you bought it. This is everything I've ever recorded. This is my life work. It's 10 CDs. It comes in a box. It's called a bundle, and it comes with a Mac that says Mercy, pandemic face mask that says Mercy. 10 CDs in a box, everything I've ever made with the mask, $50. That's a deal. That's a deal. We've also got the Mercy Now t-shirts, small to double extra large. That is in stock, and we ship them out Monday morning. We also have the Jaimee, Mary, and Michele posters, which I will sign, and Jaimee will sign. Sadly, we can't get them to Italy and back for Michele to sign it, but when we see you in person, you can have him sign it. Anyway, these beautiful posters designed by Brad Bond of us three playing around the campfire. Actually, this is taken from a shot at the Edmonton Folk Festival.
Yep.
When we were on stage with Bruce Coburn and Ani DeFranco.
And Alinda from Hooray from the
And
Riff Raff.
Alinda from Hooray from the Riff Raft. It was a moment. We were in love with that moment.
It was great.
And we've captured it for eternity. Anyway, thanks for putting up with the commercial. We appreciate your patronage. It helps us to keep going. We appreciate your tips. We're going to divide them amongst everyone you see on the screen today. And grateful always for that. And let's bring Peter back.
Got it.
Yeah,
Wow,
man.
Oh, that was great, y'all. That's beautiful. Jaimee, great song. I loved your songs there.
Thank you.
Mary, beautiful. I'm really enjoying hearing the show. Michele's poem was so great. I loved what he did, you know. It was a great thing. And that concept, man, wow, the Salt Road, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, and a box set, you know, you got a box and everything. That's pretty good.
You know, it's,
Hey, I got some. I'm not selling anything, but I wish I was. But this is my new book. I just got it back from the
oh, congratulations.
the guy, my friend Kelly DeSaint. This is the book, but it's kind of it's gonna be a little bit different than this one. But this is it right here. It's stories and lyrics. And
Oh,
it's kind of,
Oh,
it's
cool.
instead of a bio, it's sort of like a song bio, you know. And
Well, as soon as you got a pre-order button on your website, we're going to buy that thing. We
Well, I'll
gotta
trade
have
you
one.
out for a Mercy Now T-shirt. That would be pretty cool. I like
You
that
got
Mercy
it.
Now, man. That's pretty good. So,
Got it.
all right. Well, hey, how many songs you want me to play?
Play 2 in a row, Mr. Case.
2 in a row? Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to take out my ear thing and just blast off into Kicksville here, so hold on a second. All right. Okay, so here's a song off the Midnight Broadcast album that's coming out pretty soon. And I learned this from my friend, the late Michael Wilhelm, from the Charlatans band in San Francisco. And he was one of the first people I met in San Francisco, and he taught me this song. He learned it from Mance Lipscomb, and it goes like this. Do that one more time. Well, if you see Charlie James walking down this road, don't tell him which way you see me go. I had a whole lot of trouble since I saw you last. Well, I don't know my future and I don't want to say my past. I had a whole lot of money. One day, on the very next day, I did not have a dime. Looking on down the road, as far as I could see, I thought I saw my old time used to be. All right. Well, in the morning suit, I'll be leaving for Houston in the morning. So if you see Charlie James walking down this road, well, please don't tell him which way you see me go. Don't tell him which way you see me go. Don't tell him which way you see me go. Yeah, that's the song Charlie James. Mance Lipscomb said that he learned it from his uncle who was on a chain gang in Georgia, apparently. Well, I was going to do this a cappella song, but then I saw that a fellow that, a fan of mine, wanted to hear a tune, and I thought I'd play the request instead. So this is a song off my very first album. And I wrote this about John F. Kennedy, and it's on my first record, and it goes like this. It's called I Shook His Hand. I was a kid out behind the fair, his words were like lightning. Hey, hold on a second, folks. I'm having a meltdown over here. You know, maybe I can't, whoa, everything's going wrong. Maybe I can't sing that one, but let me see if I can. Something just happened to me, I don't know what, but. I was a kid out behind the fair, his words were like lightning in the summer air. His eyes were wild with the truth he told, holding back the rain while the thunder rolled. Too young not to understand, I was proud. I shook his hand. He took command on a winter's day, and all across the land spring was on its way. He struck fear into the hearts of fools, raking up the guys, breaking all their rules. Too young not to understand, I was proud. I shook his head, well, I shook his hand. Each tongue is a world, each eye is an ocean. Of every man, woman, child, here we live in motion. Now who will protect us, who will perfect us? Who will live to see the day when love connects us? We take a step out in this land, I'd be proud. I shook his head. All right, here we go. They tried to kill him, he finally died. I still remember how I felt while my mama cried. I grew up with a bullet in my breast, if you know it or not, so did all the rest. Too young not to understand, I was proud. I shook his head. Each tongue is a world, each eye is an ocean. Of every man, woman, child here in living motion. Now who will protect us, who will perfect us? Who will live to see the day when love connects us? We take a step out in this land, I'll be proud. I shook his head, I shook his head. Well, I shook his hand. Something like that. Having a little attack in the middle of that, Mary.
You powered on and powered through. People loved it. We
It's
loved
never really
it.
happened to me recently, but there you go.
Well, you still
You never
getting
know what's
over
going to
that
happen next.
thing,
Right.
that cough thing that you had. That
I know, man. I better hope that doesn't come back around. I have these harmonicas. I was like super into playing harmonica at the start of the lockdown. And then when I got really sick, I got better for a little while. And then I played the harmonicas one day, and then I had like a big relapse. So I'm really afraid to play my harmonicas. I was enjoying hearing your harmonica, man. But I don't know. What are you supposed to do with them? Boil them or pour rubbing alcohol in them? Or I don't know.
I don't do either. I play
I
them
never did either.
until they go flat on me. The reeds go flat, and I'll just buy another one.
I've never cleaned one in my life, but you know, maybe now. I got these beautiful
Maybe now.
You know how you get a good harmonica, you know? Sometimes you get a good harmonica, and like they're kind of rare these days to get a good one. A lot of them are kind of sloppy when you get them out of the box, and then when you get a good
Some
one,
of
man,
them
you just
come
want
with
to
a
keep it,
flat
you know?
note.
And yeah. When I started playing harmonica, it was like $250 to get one, and now it's like $75, you know, so something like that. All right, well,
The
enough
good
out of
ones
me.
are.
What do you guys want to do? You want to hear any more music, or what? You
The
gonna
good
sing
ones are.
one, or?
Believe it or not, we've gone through 90 minutes here Sunday afternoon. One thing's for sure,
You
Peter
kidding me?
Case, you've got to start doing your own live streams.
Everyone's asking for it.
Everyone's asking for it. You got to do live streams on your
Okay,
Facebook
well, I will.
page.
You know, maybe
You're up and
maybe
running.
Jaimee can have a conversation with me about it because
Totally.
I might need to get my
Yeah,
stuff
she'll
together.
show
All
you
right.
where
Thank you, Jaimee.
or how
Totally,
to.
yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, I really appreciate your help with it all because you know how it is with people.
I do.
About my speed,
do.
man. I'm just like woo, kind of
It's
internet, the
coming. It's
computer,
learning
the
a
whole
whole
thing.
new
It's like-
skill set.
Exactly.
Look, we've had people on the show who are producers of international reputation who can't figure out how to broadcast live. They can produce a Kenny Chesney record.
Well, as producers are the last guys to be able to figure out something like that. You know.
This is a different TV. Man.
Okay, yeah.
This is a different thing. This is a visual.
When in doubt,
media
get on the phone. That's
with
how you
audio.
produce. Man. Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, man. We're gonna play us out and call it a day. We
All right.
love you, and you know it.
Love you guys, man. Thanks so much for having me on. I really, really appreciate it.
Thanks for bringing the joy,
This
man.
was so
we're
great.
both beaming over here.
Yeah.
We're
Right
smiling.
on. That's
Our
so great to
face
hear.
hurts.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
I'll talk to
you.
you. I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh man, that's so great.
That's so awesome.
Oh, he's got so much good energy.
I love like his live. I was telling Mary earlier. He has a great. If you're into this whole deal, which I'm super into it. The Tales from the Tavern, which I guess is a venue where you've played it in somewhere in California.
It's I forget the
Southern
name.
California or
Northern.
Northern.
No, I don't remember.
I don't know. But they've been doing these great series where we did one a couple weeks ago where the artist is on the chat and they play a show. So anyways, on YouTube, they've been showing these live shows from Tales from the Tavern, and Peter's came out a few weeks ago, and it is just fabulous. Like the stories and the vibe. He's one of my favorite people to see live, so it was really cool to
Yeah,
have
he's
him on the
a
show.
master storyteller.
And if you're hanging out on YouTube, just go watch it after this. Check it out. It's
Yeah.
really a great show.
Yeah, Tales from the Tavern, Peter Case.
Yeah.
I loved watching mine because it was a show
Yeah.
from 7 years ago, or 8 years ago.
Yeah, it
I
was-
had Mike Meadows and Annie Stanonetz on the violin. It was a completely different configuration of people, and I had a really different face a decade ago. It was younger, and I was thinner. But the band sounded great, and the songs sounded great, and I was
that's
happy
cool.
that they got a good show. Tales from the Tavern. It's up on YouTube. Mary Gauthier show, Peter Case show. They're bringing shows from this venue that's been there for many, many years. It's the best of the shows, and they recorded all of them over the years. So they're now editing them and putting them on to
With interviews too,
with
right?
interviews up onto onto YouTube. So yeah,
It's really cool.
it's really really cool.
I'm loving- I love
captures a moment in time. Eliza's got one, right?
Eliza with Nina Gerber on
With
guitar,
Nina, yeah,
which is
monster guitar.
so
Anyway,
good.
thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be back next week with Travis Meadows, songwriter extraordinaire, and then Amy Helm, and then we've got more surprises coming. We've got I got to figure out November 1st, but I'll figure it out.
Can I tell everyone who's coming on November 8th? That
Yeah,
really excited?
sure.
My friend Betty Sue from Austin, Texas.
Betty Sue will be with us on the
November
8th, and then
Mr. Snake Farm.
Snake Daddy himself, Ray Wiley Hubbard, on the, what is it, 16th?
15th.
Yeah, so got little holes. I'm going to fill them up, and we're just going to keep it coming as long as we're here. Thank y'all again. Appreciate you. Take care. Well, my father sure could use a little mercy now. The fruits of his labor falling right slowly on the ground. His work is almost over. Won't be long, he won't be around. I love my father. He could use some mercy now. And my brother sure could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom, shackled to his fear and doubt. The pain that he lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. I love my brother. He could use some mercy now. My church and my country, they could use a little mercy now. As they sink into a poison pit, it's gonna take forever to climb out. They carry the weight of the faithful who follow them down. I love my church and country. They could use some mercy now. Every living thing could use a little mercy now. Only the hand of grace can end the race towards another mushroom cloud. There's people in power who'll do anything to keep their crown. I love life, life itself could use some mercy now. Yeah, we all could use a little mercy now. I know we don't deserve it, but we need it anyhow. We hang in the balance, we dangle between hell and hallowed ground. And every single one of us could use some mercy now. Yes, every single one of us could use some mercy now. Thank y'all for jumping on. I appreciate it. Thanks for the tips. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same place with Travis Meadows. If you don't know his music, you're going to really enjoy getting to know him. He's one of the handful of songwriters here in Nashville that I remain in awe of. We will see you soon.